Unveiling triumph and prohibition, discover the riveting tale of a car that defied odds, changed history, and faced unexpected bans. Welcome back to our channel, automotive enthusiasts. Today, we delve into a pivotal moment in racing history, a moment that unfolded on a Sunday in June 1991, a moment that redefined the underdog narrative. Buckle up as we explore the incredible journey of the Mazda 787B, a car that not only changed the course of history, but also faced the threat of being banned. Let's begin. The rotary revolution. Let's travel back to the 1960s, a period when Mazda boldly introduced the rotary engine, a brainchild of Felix Wankel. Despite its revolutionary attributes, lightweight, simple, and compact, the rotary engine faced a skeptical automotive landscape. Mazda's early forays into touring car racing were characterized by disappointments. Their first outing failed to secure a podium, setting a precedent for a string of lackluster performances. The RX-7 Le Mans car failed even to qualify, and it seemed that Mazda's racing aspirations were destined for obscurity. However, amidst the setbacks, a glimmer of hope emerged in the form of the MC74, showing promise, but ultimately succumbing to mechanical issues. The turning point arrived in 1984 when, against all odds, Mazda clinched a victory with the T6 a car designed by Lulu. Although it was in a slower class, this win injected a sense of optimism into Mazda's racing endeavors. Yet subsequent years brought crushing defeats with the 757, 767, and 767B, leaving Mazda in the shadows of its competitors. The pivotal moment came in 1990 when Mazda unveiled the 787B, a race car that not only symbolized a technological leap, but also signified Mazda's last stand to prove the viability of the rotary engine. The 787B marked the end of an era for the rotary engine, standing as a testament to Mazda's perseverance against the odds. The Phoenix rises, the 787B emerges.
Wheels as we go around Druids. Not too concerned because I was in front as we went down towards Graham Hill, got to Surtees.
In the annals of motorsport history, the emergence of the Mazda 787B in 1990 was nothing short of a phoenix rising from the ashes. Designed by Nigel Stroud, who had previously worked on the Porsche 956 and had a pedigree in Formula One, the 787B showcased an unprecedented amalgamation of engineering brilliance. The lightweight yet robust carbon fiber monocoque, aerodynamically tuned in a wind tunnel, underscored the dedication to maximizing top speed on the legendary Mulsanne Straight. This race car, adorned in the iconic orange and green renowned livery, wasn't just a machine, it was a marvel. However, the real piece de resistance lay under the hood, the four-rotor 26B engine. Equipped with ceramic apex seals, 3 spark plugs per rotor, and an ingenious continuously variable intake system, the 787B was a technological tour de force. This system allowed the car to maintain peak performance throughout, akin to VTEC on steroids. Boasting nearly 900 horsepower, the engine was deliberately detuned to 700 horsepower, emphasizing endurance over outright speed. As the rotary engine faced impending extinction due to rule changes, Mazda went all in, producing a race car that wasn't just competitive, but poised to rewrite history. The unlikely trio. Enter the unlikeliest trio of drivers, each with a unique story adding layers to the narrative. Bertrand, a Formula 3 driver, brought youthful vigor and determination. Volker, having previously piloted the Porsche 962C at Le Mans, but with minimal victories, added experience to the mix. Then there was Johnny Herbert, a veteran of Formula racing whose career seemed terminated after a horrific 1988 accident. Doctors had predicted the end of his racing days, yet in 1989, against all odds, he defied medical expectations. Assembled under the guidance of Belgian team manager Jackie Ickx, this diverse group embodied the underdog spirit. The team's background spanned Belgium, Sweden, Ireland, and Japan, reflecting a global collaboration. A season that commenced with Bertrand serving time in prison for a road rage incident painted an eccentric picture of the team. The eclectic mix of personalities and backgrounds set the stage for an improbable triumph. The underdog rises. Amidst the daunting challenges of the 1991 Le Mans race, the Mazda 787B faced adversity that would have broken the spirit of a lesser team. Due to rule changes, the 787B found itself relegated to the 19th position on the starting grid, burdened by a 200-kilogram penalty. However, adversity merely fueled the determination of the Mazda team. In a masterstroke of strategy, the team harnessed the weight disadvantage to their advantage, strategically maneuvering through the pack. As the race unfolded, the underdog story began to unfold on the famed Circuit de la Sarthe. The big manufacturers, with their imposing Mercedes and Porsches, seemed untouchable. Yet, against all expectations, the 787B, adorned in its iconic orange orange and green renowned livery defied its underestimation. Climbing from the back of the grid, the 787B showcased a blend of strategic brilliance and mechanical prowess. The skeptics, who had dismissed the Mazda team as an afterthought, watched in astonishment as the 787B steadily moved up the ranks. What unfolded was nothing short of a racing fairy tale. The additional ballast meant to penalize Mazda for its unconventional approach became a strategic asset, convincing officials that the 787B was powered by a small, naturally aspirated engine allowed the team to bypass the extra ballast penalty. The 787B, with a light weight of 830 kilograms, hunted down and overtook heavier, more established rivals. The underestimated underdog was no longer in the shadows. It was emerging as a force to be reckoned with, setting the stage for a showdown that would rewrite the narrative of the 1991 Le Mans race. The showdown, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the Circuit de la Sarthe, the Mazda 787B, still carrying the weight of initial skepticism, embarked on a relentless pursuit. The Mercedes, once deemed invincible, now faced an unexpected adversary. The night air was filled with the haunting scream of the rotary engine as the 787B closed the gap. The Mercedes, laden with the burden of a larger engine and extra weight, struggled to maintain its pace. The underdog Mazda team, driven by an unyielding determination, found themselves in a position no one had anticipated. They were hot on the heels of the faltering Mercedes. In the 11th hour, a critical decision unfolded. Jackie Ickx, known for his caution, recognized the slowing pace of the leading Mercedes. With strategic acumen, he reasoned that they were attempting to conserve fuel, a tactic that could be exploited. The 787B, fueled by the relentless spirit of the underdog, was given the command to push the limits. This daring move, against all odds, paid off as the Mercedes, unable to withstand the furious pursuit, succumbed to overheating. The Mazda 787B, once relegated to 19th place, now led the most prestigious endurance race in the world. The French valleys echoed with the triumphant roar of the rotary engine as the Mazda, against the backdrop of an unexpected showdown, emerged as a symbol of resilience and determination, triumph and sacrifice. As the checkered flag unfurled, the Mazda 787B, once a symbol of improbable aspirations, now stood as the victor in the 24 hours of Le Mans, marking an unprecedented triumph for both Mazda and Japan. However, this victory was not without its poignant sacrifice, epitomized by Johnny Herbert, the tenacious driver who had faced adversity throughout. Emerging from the cockpit in a state of physical depletion, Herbert bore the toll of dehydration, stomach problems, and the relentless demands of endurance racing. His broken feet, a testament to a near-fatal accident, had navigated the 787B through the grueling race. In the realm of endurance racing, where man and machine are tested to their limits, Herbert's sacrifice transcended the physical realm. He embodied the essence of Le Mans, where triumph and sacrifice intertwine. The Mazda 787B's victory was not just a celebration of engineering brilliance, but a culmination of human resilience. As Herbert was carefully placed into an ambulance, the weight of his sacrifice resonated through the paddock. The 787B, now eternally linked with the triumph of Le Mans 1991, served as a powerful reminder that in the pursuit of victory, endurance racing demands more than just speed and strategy. It demands unwavering dedication, pushing the boundaries of what is humanly possible. The Mazda 787B, against all odds, had not only conquered the Circuit de la Sarthe, but had also etched its name in the annals of racing history with a narrative of triumph and sacrifice that would resonate for generations to come. In the aftermath of the triumph, Japan celebrated, and Mazda made history. The 787B's victory, however, was bittersweet, as impending rule changes would soon ban the rotary engine. The underdog had prevailed, but its days were numbered. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button, and as always, stay tuned for more thrilling automotive tales. Until next time, this has been a ride through the triumph and tragedy of the Mazda 787B. See you in the next one.